Hello and welcome to Assessment for Transport Planning. In this section I'm going to cover question 4, all about internal external road maps for your event. So the first one we're going to do is about freeways and highways and how that affects the event. So I'm going to focus on the MCG as an example. So here I've got the MCG, I've done a Google search on the MCG. So I'm trying to find all the major freeways and highways. So the freeways are all the orange areas. So I want to see if I was to hold an event at the MCG, quite a big event, what is affected. So the first thing I had to do is take a screenshot of this area, print screen, and then I'm going to put it into my Excel template. Then I'm just going to crop some of it. Might shrink it down a bit actually first before I crop anything. Not too much because I need the freeways there. So I'm just going to shrink it down for now. And then I'll just do a bit of cropping, and just taking it a bit more tidier. I'll make it a little bit bigger. So in this code, I've got the MCG there, so I might put an image in there, for example, a shape, cross. That's for the MCGs, and then I might do another cross, duplicate that, and fill that with red, for example. There, duplicate that. There. Oops. So in my key text box, text box, Punt Road exit Eastern Freeway. And as you can see, it's no good having it. And then this one I'll change colors because it's no good having the same color because I need a key. So I might do that green, copy that as a key. Exit Eastern Freeway. So that's a rough idea of identifying all the freeways, and then of course we've got to do the MCG. Okay, so that's a rough map of identifying all the major freeways, and then we move into roads. Before we move into roads, we still have to get our photos of the areas. So we go into our freeway exit 1, and then we go into our Google map, and we get our little friend here down the bottom, and we just drag him to where he needs to go. Hopefully it's good enough, and in this case it wasn't, so I'm going to go back and try and get a better location. I might zoom in a bit more just to get a bit more accurate, and then I'm going to place him just there, and that's a bit better. So there we have the exit ramp for Punt Road. Do my snippet tool, grab that image, Let's save that as something. Desktop for now. Go back to my PowerPoint. Let's insert picture. So the exits and entry, an exit. So that's an exit. So I need another exit there, and the entry. So just a matter of going to Google and finding the exit. Maybe I know it's up here, for example. Oh, where'd I go? I'm on the freeway. Don't know how that happened. So it might mean just navigating around a bit to finding out where the entrance is. There's another entrance just here. I want to bring it back a bit. Oh, that's Google Earth. But have a little play around with that. And you can see you can move around. So it's a very powerful tool, really great for planning. Got the 3D model there. That might be also useful for using your exit. You can map it out like that as well. Don't actually have to get the street view of the freeway. Or you can drop the little man back in there and see how he goes. And there's the entry ramp. So you can either take a screenshot of that and you're done. So once you've done your freeway and your photos, then we want to do the local roads that are affected by your event. So we're going to Google Maps again. We find our MCG, which I've lost. So we sneak in there a bit, get a lot closer. So I'm identifying all the local roads. So in this case, it would be Wellington Parade, Punt Road, Burton Avenue, Jolimont. So again, it's taking it into PowerPoint, or print screen this time. Going to my map, roads that will be affected. Again, putting that in there, reducing the size. Just going to reduce it, yeah. And then cropping it a little bit. And then just reducing the size a little bit more. Depending how you do this, you can either insert a key, you might want to color it in. So you might want to color it in by coming up with the shapes tool, getting a square, a rectangle, and oh, not very good at all. Twisting it around a bit. Stretching it out a bit. Oops. And then inserting a text box. Wellington Road. And then you can do that for all the major roads. Now you can do this in Visio as well, or you can do it in PowerPoint. Visio is a lot easier. PowerPoint's a lot more painful, but then PowerPoint is more accessible. So when you do curved lines, it might be a bit harder, and you might have to get a bit closer and a bit more refined, and just do a lot of different long roads to make up one big long road. But I'll leave that up to you, how you decide how you're going to map that out. But that is the road, how to do the internal roads, naming it. And then we've got create two access routes from the venue. So Here we go into using Google as a directional source. So we're going to Google now, and we go Melbourne cricket ground. And then directions, Melbourne CBD. When you use the directions of the CBD, that is also known as the central post box area. So Google has given me that direction, the best way to go. So I would screenshot that and take that and put that into your map with the directions. So copying the directions there, and typing that out, and then for the second alternative route, you'd click on the grey area. That's another route, and then you can click on the grey area again, and gives you, and then taking 3 different screenshots of all the different directions, and then copying down the details as well. So as you can see, you've got directions, and you can click on the actual location. It takes you on a bit of a journey through the map, and you can copy the information and paste it wherever you need to. If you want to use it in your instructions of how to get there, so you need the map plus the text version. And what's really cool that you can take on a guided tour and click on the maps and see where you're going. Very powerful tool to see what's the best route. And in real time, Google Maps also tells you about congestion and traffic flow. So you can see there's a bit of congestion there, but this is at a certain time of night. So that's internal maps, alternative maps. So you can also use these maps for to get to the areas of emergency services, the fire and the ambulance. So again, you can use those directional maps with the photo and then copying the text. So we have the emergency services, fire, police, and so forth. Put the map in there and the text. You can also then identify 4 different hotels in different directions: north, south, east, and west, and then the directions and the photo again from the hotel to the venue. So question 4 is all about using Google Maps and making it work for you by putting in the template. So have a bit of fun with that and get to understand how powerful Google Maps is and screen capturing, so you can create great instructions for all your staff and attendees. Thank you.